on, wrapping up the 330. Just want to go over a couple of fun things before we wrap this up and get it on its way south. So I want you to come on into the interior. I want to show you the controls for the AC system. Basically operates just as it did originally. You have your temperature control on the left from cold to very cold and anywhere in between. And then you've got your two fan speeds here on the right hand side. You just switch to the right for low and then high, and you hear it all kick on. It works fantastically, super easy to use, super efficient, better than ever. But the more fun part is the stereo that we did. It's all wrapped up. Originally we were going to do the amp under the seat and the subwoofer under the passenger seat, and just installed the two upgraded speakers on the rear parcel shelf. Due to the limited space and the sound quality that we were after, especially after that DB5 that I sent you, we kind of expanded our scope of our stereo. So we now have two-way speakers under the dash with crossovers. We've got new speakers on the rear parcel shelf, but we relocated the subwoofer and the amp into the trunk, which I'll show you in a second. But it's very simple. The radio is in the car just for aesthetics. Don't even bother with that. You'll hop in, turn on your Bluetooth. It'll pair immediately. Obviously, you'll just add this component to your Bluetooth list, but it pairs instantaneously. And then you just hit play. And you've got a rather impressive sound system, especially for a vintage Ferrari. It gets pretty loud, but louder than you'll ever need. But I'll show you the trunk. The 330's got a pretty big boot. So what we did is we created a panel, a vanity panel, to hide all the components that are in there. So now there's a pretty substantial subwoofer, amplifier, and if you remember, that's where the AC compressor lives as well. So you still got plenty of room for all your accoutrements, but everything is neatly tucked away behind that vanity panel, so it's super clean. And now we have the ability to have this amount of sound in this size vehicle. So I think you're gonna love it. We've got a couple little hit list items to go over before we send it down south. But Tennessee whiskey, you're gonna love it. You're as sweet as strawberry wine.
Well, there's our cold start. This 330 GTC has been completed and it is leaving today for its new home in Dallas, Texas. So we're going to give it its final road test and we're going to show you a couple of the bespoke items we've done, including electronic AC and Bluetooth stereo. We will do that when time allows me to log on to the Bluetooth, but for the moment, we're just going to take it for a good run and a blessing. It's been cleaned up. It is ready to go. Gearbox is lovely. Engine's lovely. This 330 is exceptionally lovely. And as good a driving car as it is a show car. We converted the clock to electronic. I go first to third while warming the gearbox, since it is quite cold out still. While we're at it, we can show you that we put the temperature controller for the new AC system in the ashtray. Simply turning it on, you can now turn the vents and aim them wherever you'd like. And I can assure you, this air conditioning will freeze your tootsies off and is far better than it ever was originally from the factory. We'll be back in a couple of minutes after we've filled with fuel. Since you're probably going to ask at some point, let me just show you where the latch is for the fuel filler cap. Alrighty, so we have connected to Bluetooth, and now we're going to play through the stereo. Let's try this one. Pretty good. And now that's off. So we've shown you the wonderful Bluetooth stereo that sounds amazing, and we've shown you the air conditioning, which blows cold as ice. And now we're going to just take her for that blessing road test, do a couple flybys, and she will be loaded transporter to get on her way. So a couple of things: we haven't filled it to the top with fuel because it is going on the transporter, and we don't want it to slosh around for all those miles. It's now somewhat warmed up. Oil temp isn't up yet. Water temp is up. We do know everything is working really, really well. So I don't think it's going to be as lengthy a road test as we normally do. Let's go down the farm road. Ay, 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 New Yorkers. Let's cruise a bit. Fourth gear. As I believe everyone knows, the 330 GTC is probably the best driving vintage Ferrari of all time. May not be the most expensive, the most sought after, but is certainly one of the most pleasurable of all time. One thing we can't show you is we also changed all the bulbs for the interior instrument lighting, so at night, this 330, you can actually see the gauges. Couple back roads of Huntington. Oil temp is coming up, and we will head back to the homestead shortly. Alrighty, well, let's get on in a little bit. First gear, second gear, third gear, nice and mellow. Fourth gear, and little third gear, and get on it. I think she's very, very happy. She tracks great, brakes well. She's a superb 330 GTC, and Sean, I hope you very much enjoy it. We'll head back to the homestead in a couple minutes, and she will be yours. Well, we have just completed a successful final road test, and we're coming back to Autosport Designs, the homestead. We'll pull in shortly where, honey, you're going to see the transporter that's going to load you and bring you to the warmth of Dallas, Texas. And there she is. Next stop, Dallas. Love you.